In daily life, there are things that from time to time irk us. We don't like to do them, but we must. Renewing a driver's license, a passport, paying the rent. These are things we have to deal with, whether we like it or not. We can't just shrug them off if we want to continue to participate in or even enjoy the privileges we've become accustomed to. Why don't some of us think of voting that way? It is a point of impact that we must reckon with. For all of America's flaws, democracy's flaws, casting a ballot speaks directly to this thing we call American life. I'm Sharon Reed, and it's time to examine why the alarming number of Americans who do not participate in the voting process pose a clear and present danger to the path forward. The United States of America has long pointed to a core of freedom and democracy, and while we have a ways to go, in truth, it is what we're supposed to be striving towards. It's disheartening to witness a significant portion of our population abstaining from their civic duty to vote. Let's start with the excuses. Why people abstain from participating in the electoral process, such as I'm too busy, or voting is inconvenient, or even better, my little vote doesn't matter. However, I want to be crystal clear. When you shrug off this responsibility as a citizen, there are consequences. Voting is the bedrock of our democratic system. It is the means by which we, as citizens, have an ability to influence our government and hold our elected officials accountable. When we abstain from voting, we relinquish this power. We allow decisions that affect our lives profoundly to be made by others. It is a disservice to our nation, sure. It's also a disservice to ourselves. Again, it's not a perfect system, but think about this. You don't abstain from other activities, even when, say, he or she isn't perfect. Furthermore, not voting undermines the sacrifices made by countless individuals throughout our history. Brave men, brave women who fought tirelessly for the right to vote. To just throw that away is to disregard a crucial part of their legacy and the progress we have made as a country. Also, abstaining from voting disconnects citizens from their government. That's what they want, your silence, because it sends a powerful message you likely didn't mean to send. It screams, we don't care about the decisions being made on our behalf, which in turn leads to a government that is unresponsive to the pressing needs, the concerns of its people. Stop for a moment and consider. Voting is not just a right. It is the best way to voice our concerns and shape the future of our country. It is the power to control your own medical care, including making decisions in consultation with your physician. It is addressing educational inequality, acknowledging the fact that students from minority backgrounds and economically disadvantaged families leave school earlier, receive fewer degrees and certificates, and have lower academic skills than their more privileged peers. And if you weren't paying attention, great American literary artists like James Baldwin, Toni Morrison, and Maya Angelou are under attack. Book bans exerted by local and state officials and elected lawmakers to restrict teaching or presence of certain books can effectively be addressed at the ballot box. We can clear this up. And there's more: Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, workplace equality, marriage equality, the climate crisis, just a few of the threats that are a clear and present danger if we abstain from voting. But here is the gotcha. By not participating in the voting process, we allow a minority of the population to have an outsized influence on the direction of our country. It is very simple. If you stay home on election day, you will have no recourse when your concerns are no longer represented, or even worse, they're not even acknowledged. They don't even see you. Think about that. The greater truth is elections can be won or lost by a handful of votes. And when large segments of the population do not vote, it skews the results and can lead to policies that do not reflect the broader will of the people. So yes, I'm criticizing you. The only way to be heard is to engage, be active. These are rules in any democracy. Give your input, dissent if you wish, but say something. Remember the words of the American president from the great state of Illinois, who said, "Elections belong to the people. It's their decision." We can honor those words by participating in the electoral process and ensuring that our democracy remains strong and vibrant for generations to come. Personal note for you. On behalf of the show and all of the people who work hard to get it on, we want to thank you. Your support is appreciated as we continue to build our audience. Your likes, your comments, your shares, they do mean everything. And so does your energy as we decide what's next. It's our platform together. I'm Sharon Reed. Join us next time for the Sharon Reed Show podcast, a Real Times Media production.
You know, in 1827, John Russwurm and Sam Cornish started the Freedom's Journal. And they started the Freedom's Journal with the premise that we wish to plead our own cause, for too long others have spoken for us. And for the last 198 years, the Black press has been that beacon of hope. Real Times Media, we wish to continue this 198-year legacy. In the spirit of Ida B. Wells or Marcus Garvey or Langston Hughes, we bring to you another truth teller, Miss Sharon Reed with the Sharon Reed Show. Sharon has integrity, she's witty, and she has an unapologetic love for Black people. We hope that you agree. Join us for future episodes of the Sharon Reed Show and make sure you support the Black press.